Set in London's West End in 1953 against the backdrop of Agatha Christie's long-running stage hit The Mousetrap, plans for a movie version of a smash hit play come to an abrupt halt after a pivotal member of the crew is murdered. This star-studded whodunit movie has a promising idea. Some of the characters here are based on real people and some are fictional. Unfortunately, the execution leaves much to be desired. An all-star cast cannot save this predictable and often irritating attempt at putting a twist on Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap. Failing to capture the wit or intelligence of Christie, this movie instead relies on tired character stereotypes, and in an ensemble full of talented actors, there's barely a compelling performance to be found. This movie packs a lot of characters into a thin story that leaves little room for the cast to stand out. It may be inspired by the greatest mystery writer of all time, but it's an uninspired copy at best. There's a fundamental lack of confidence that leads the movie to fall back on rote characters, hit-and-miss sight gags, and a striking but shallow visual style. The opening sequence, establishing a motley cast of characters all with potential motive and opportunity, while the bright, colorful set design and cinematography promise a light but fun entertainment ahead. Sadly, that promise gradually transforms into a threat. The lightness of tone quickly reveals a shallowness, while its cast of suspects are idiosyncratic yet unmemorable. The film is a rote murder mystery, and its comedy feels outdated and boorish. It resorts to clumsy flashbacks and pointless split-screen sequences without ever finding the right tone. The energy level in this movie is very low, and it feels as if the actors are afraid of interacting with each other. Ronan and Rockwell had a cast of international stars, but sadly, charismatic turns from the likable leads rarely detract from a shallow arcness to proceedings. Rockwell appears to be sleepwalking through the script, while Ronan does her best with a thinly sketched bumbling character. She might have a great affinity for comedy, but it's wasted in this lackluster excuse for a crime caper. In classic Christie style, the whole group eventually ends up at the same house. A certain comedic chemistry begins to simmer. Unfortunately, it's over almost as soon as it begins. The movie has plenty of references that begin to weigh down this movie, as it fails to be as compelling or charming as any of them. As a character comedy, this movie is flat and unfunny. As a whodunit movie, the collection of narrative gears is dull, convoluted, and simplistic. Overall, it's not really worth your time to see this movie. We do not recommend this movie at all.